Hello viewers, it's 118, and I apologise for it being a long time indeed. 2 or 3 months I think, since I last recorded a video that wasn't a music video, so obviously I haven't sat down and actually talked for a long time on YouTube, but that has ended now, because yesterday, as you're watching this, today as I'm recording it, was April Fool's Day, and the World of Tanks Sandbox server debuted a new game mode for World of Tanks called Battle Royale. And if you're familiar with a game like PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, you'll probably have a good idea of what to expect from this game mode, because it's a similar sort of thing, really. But if you don't know what that is, effectively it's just a free-for-all. But instead of up to 100 players in a match on PUBG, on World of Tanks it's just 40. Or 22-player platoons, which I haven't had a chance to try out yet, but I have tried out the game mode myself. We'll see a bit of gameplay later on, but I'll explain how the game mode works first. Only a certain amount of light, medium, and heavy tanks are available, and in fact, more on that. You can only choose to start the game mode from one of 4 Tier 9 light tanks. That's the Spähpanzer A251, or the T-44 Lightweight, or the T-49, or the WZ-132A. You can't use the MX-1390 for some reason, not sure why, but never mind. It's a new 3 km by 3 km map that bears no resemblance to a map that we've seen before, so as I found out when I played the first game, you really have to try to get to know the map as quickly as possible, because I'm pretty sure you can't go into a training room on Sandbox server. You can't do much. Well, you can only do this game mode, clearly. Now then, what other things do I need to talk about? Yeah, there's no allies at all, unless, of course, you're playing in the 2-player platoon version, in which case you've got one ally, which is your platoon mate. There's no tank destroyers. There are no artillery. Although you'd think, since I've already said that you can only start the battle with one of 4 Tier 9 light tanks, that you can't have medium tanks or heavy tanks either, but I will get to that in a moment. There's absolutely no customization allowed before you enter the battle at all. You can't customize the exterior of your vehicle with camouflage, emblems, inscriptions. All the tanks are in fact completely red. Not entirely sure, but it makes them easier to see, I suppose. More on that in a minute. And you start with a very limited amount of ammunition, especially standard ammunition. You get quite a few high explosive shells, but you really have to be careful with the standard ammunition that you have, because you don't get much of it. You don't start with any premium ammo either. You can, however, resupply throughout the mission by various little circles on the ground that indicate different pickup points. There are 3 different types of pickup points, indicated by different colour smoke, as you'll see in the gameplay later. If it's a dark smoke, then it's usually just an ammo resupply. You get some more standard ammo shells, and you might get a crew skill or a perk, something like that, because you're not allowed those either, or equipment, but you can pick up those as well. There are green smoke ones that give you premium ammo and a premium consumable. I don't think food, though, consumables drop. It's just, a large repair kit, a large first aid kit, or an automatic fire extinguisher. Very useful, because you can't start the game with consumables either, not even small repair kits or anything. And then you've got, I think it's red, or it's either red or orange smoke, indicates a place where you can actually gain a Tier 10 tank. Yes, you can actually swap your Tier 9 light tank for a Tier 10 light, medium, or heavy tank, but only certain Tier 10 tanks are available. You can't, for instance, switch into a mouse, but you can't choose either what you change into. It will be decided for you, and then you'll have to make the decision of whether you want to transform into that vehicle or not. You probably will, because it will obviously give you an advantage being a Tier 10. Also, stressing the fact that, as I said earlier, the tanks are all red, which makes them easier to see with your actual eyes, which is very important in this game mode because you actually have to use your eyes a lot more than you would usually in standard World of Tanks game modes, because the UI over a tank doesn't actually appear until you point the gun at the tank, literally point it at it, so that the red outline appears, which means you have to really use your eyes, and your view range is only at the view range of the actual vehicle within 60 degrees in either direction of where the direction that the gun's pointing in. So you have to actually look around with the gun constantly to try and find targets. And in the remaining 240 degrees, I think your view range is 4 times worse. So it's like proxy spotting, basically, if it's behind you. Very similar, really, in a sense, to a game like PUBG. I think that's all there is to mention. Oh yeah, also, if you are familiar again with PUBG, then you'll know that every so often a plane flies over and drops a crate with special weapons and armor and stuff in it. A similar thing happens in this game mode in World of Tanks, in the sense that a crate will drop in a spot that will be notified on the minimap, and it will contain lots of good stuff, you know, a whole bunch of health, premium ammunition, some crew skills and perks, equipment, whatever. It's all good stuff, as we'll see in the gameplay in a moment. So, without further ado, I think it's time to view some gameplay. So here we are. As you can see from the minimap, this is nothing like any of the maps that we've seen before. 3 by 3 kilometers, so it's a very big map. Total of 40 players on the battlefield, and we have spawned in the far northwestern corner of the map, behind this building that has no textures on, but you know, that doesn't matter, that doesn't affect gameplay or anything. This test server is really just to test the gameplay mechanics rather than anything else. And as you can see from the bottom of the screen, we only start with 4 rounds of standard ammunition, 10 rounds of high explosive, no premium ammo whatsoever, so we have to really be careful with our ammo situation. The battle is about to start. Chose the T-54 lightweight for this battle. Let's see how we get on. So, immediately looking around for the smoke. There's a dark smoke one over here, that's good for ammo. Oh, hello. However, that guy has just taken that ammo, so if he saw us, which he did, we've now got to engage him. First shot misses, auto aims on. It's another T-54 lightweight. We bounce that shot, going for the green smoke, automatic fire extinguisher, spore liner, and some premium ammunition. But just more importantly, some kind of ammunition. So we've got to fight this guy now. There's another piece of smoke over there. Tree fallen, he's going for that smoke. There he is. There we go, put the first shot in. Is he going to try and fight with us? Not sure he's going to have a choice. Put the second shot in before he manages to get a shot off. Ram. Put another shot in as well. Turn around. And already by that stage we'd extinguished the standard ammunition, so we're into the premium shells now. And he's dead. That's good. And now that he's dead, we can go and collect him a little bit of hit points and some more ammo. So change back to the standard ammo again. Turn around and look for something else to shoot at. Or moving the gun around in different directions to give me the best chance of actually seeing something. I'm going for this orange smoke. Is that pink, orange, red? One of those. Also, ignore the anti-air guns that are all red for some reason. Now, what vehicle is it offering? TVP. Let's not worry about that because that's an auto-loader. You can only start with 5 rounds. However, there is an ammo rig supply there. So, even though the ammo will get reset, I'll still have the fire extinguisher once I transform into this TVP, and I can go and get some more ammo, which will be lovely. This is the 10th or so battle that I played in this. It's the last battle that I played anyway, before I came on. And all of a sudden I'm in a TVP. And I'm getting some more ammo and something or other, plus off-road driving skill. That's nice. Again, with the red anti-air guns. I thought that they meant something if you destroyed them or something, you get something for it, but I'm pretty sure they don't, because there are loads of red crates everywhere as well. But you saw that tank wreck over there. That was definitely a tank wreck, because I could see it at any angle. Oh, we picked up some more good stuff. We picked up a large repair kit, and what was that, Eagle Eye perk? It's not very useful, but it's a free perk, so I guess it is kind of useful. You can have up to 10 apparently. Different skills, perks, and equipment. Still no sign of another enemy tank, though. We've got a nice supply of 19 APCR shells and 12 high explosive shells. That'll do us quite nicely. We're in a competitive vehicle. Also, I don't know whether I mentioned earlier, but like in a game like PUBG, the game area, the play area actually reduces in size, as you can see on the blacked out squares on the minimap throughout time. It's important to look out for that. There's a T-49 that I spotted, put 2 shells into him. So now I'm reloading, and I've got to chase this guy down. He doesn't want to come, you know, in my direction because he's going to lose. Yes, I've managed to change into a tier 10. There he is. Oh! It's alright, didn't lose there. Maybe just lost 12 health from that fall. That's alright. Compared to a previous match where I changed into an AMX-13-105 and lost almost all of my health instantly from a fall. So bullshit. Now where is this guy? Where's the C-49? He's gone up through there. Oh, well then, let's follow him. He might run into someone else. Very bad news for him. Yep. Went this way. But then where did he go? Did he go left? Did he go right? Let's check left. Yep, things are there. TVP, looks like he's just killed that T-49. There he is. Let's deal some damage. He's hiding behind the wreck now. He's picked up some health from the dead T-49. My remaining 2 shells missed or bounced. So now I'm reloading. Let's get out of here. Flank. There's nothing there. Let's go around this way. E50M wreck over there. Someone managed to defeat it. Oh, hello. Speaking of 13-105, there's one right there. There you go. We'll see if I can see him on the minimap. Pretty sure you can only see things on the minimap if you actually point the gun at the tank as well. And he might have 6th sense, so he might know that he's spotted, but he won't know where from. Now then, that's quite the ambush you didn't want to run into, 13-105, I believe. Did a lot of damage to him. Tries to retaliate, but he bounces the first shot. He hits the second. Puts the third one straight to the ground. He's now reloading. He failed to climb that slope, which means he's got absolutely no chance of getting away before I reload. Not going well for you, is it, 13-105? 2 more shells into him. collect more health and ammo and start reloading. Now I saw some more smoke up there, so there's opportunity to get some more ammo up there. There's another crew skin as well. Let's see what we get. The numbers at the top of the screen, by the way, indicate that I've destroyed 2 tanks and there are 8 remaining enemy tanks. The 8 does not include myself. I've got some more ammo and I've got 6th Sense now. That's nice. And activates after 1 second as well. It's like a premium version of 6th Sense, if you like. Even better than usual. Looking around. See if I can see anything moving. But I can't. So let's get on the move again. Gotta find things to shoot at, and I'm on full health anyway. 2,160 HP. I'm pretty sure that's not what health the TVP usually has. But it's I've been changed on the Sandbox test for this game mode for some reason. I've seen other vehicles with unfamiliar hit point pools. I'm back this way now. As you can see on the minimap, there's a little parachute thing. That's the airdrop thing that I was talking about. We'll see more of that later on. The tank has died. There's another 7 enemies now. It's 8 in total, including me. It's down from 40, and the map is not a huge amount smaller than it was before. So really, you don't have to worry it's that much. Whatever. Watch a 430 units to be one fighting out here. Now, I wasn't really sure when to start firing here because, of course, ideally I want to salvage the health from both of their deaths. So I decided to start shooting the 430 because that's much more difficult thing to fight against. Unless he does that and crashes. But the STB-1 should still be alive. Where is he? There he is, and I'm about to reload. That's 1 shell into him, and another one, the 3rd one before he can even swing the gun around. Collect ammo from him. Couldn't collect any more health, but that's just because I was already on full health. Oh, I've been spotted. Worth noting, by the way, that when the 6th Sense goes off in this game mode, yes, it means you've been spotted. It means you've been spotted by a tank. It doesn't mean you've been spotted by a player. However, in this case, there is a player over there, and that's a WZ-111-5A. Not a particularly easy to fight from long range, really. Especially when I fire faster than I aim. Oh, he's missed. Okay, let's move up to the next rock where there's more cover. There's another enemy somewhere. What is it? It's a 430U. Load. And there's another WZ-111-5A over on the other side there. So actually, look at the top of the screen. We now know where all of the remaining enemy tanks are. We're all clustered into the middle of the map. And I've decided I want to get out of this position because it's not a great position to be in. Fortunately, that other WZ saw me doing it and managed to get a shot in as I escape. Never mind. Come round here. I'm going to see if I can get some flanking shots perhaps into that 430 U. Not version U, that's something spotted me. Oh yeah, that's the WZ over there. Took his track on me the first shot. Was with your enemy repair kit. Did damage with the 2nd, missed with the 3rd, did damage with the 4th. And I'm reloading. And I realise at this point, there's no point moving really. There's not really anywhere I can go. I could go all the way down to the south end of the map. Sort of find a way to flank around cleverly, but there's not really any point. take me out of the action anyway, make it less exciting. I've still got the fire extinguisher and the repair kit, so I should be alright. No first aid kit though, and looks like I'm not going to be able to get one because I've got some kind of removed speed governor or something. I don't think that's what it's called because this is a check vehicle, you can't have one of those. I think it might be a game mode specific consumable, or version of a consumable. I've been spotted again. Where from, what by? All around, can't see anyone. Never mind. And then I notice, hang on, what's this circle on the ground? I wasn't here before. And I look on the minimap and it turns out that I'm sitting right where a package is about to fall. Here comes the plane. Looking around because thinking that other people might want to look in on this. Lots more health, coated optics, some premium ammo, controlled impact. One of the WZ-111s has just fallen. Quite surprised that no one's tried to come for this this airdrop. I'm pretty sure they don't know that I've managed to obtain it. Because for them it would still appear on the map. I think, maybe. Not sure. If they do come through, it won't be too late. According to the last known positions of those two enemy techs, they're both in that direction. But that could change. Got a nice amount of ammo there. 14 standard, 7 premium, and 12 high explosive. Which I've not touched actually since the beginning of the match. I don't think you can even gain more high explosive. Chat is disabled in this game mode, by the way. Although that's probably not very surprising, since you can't chat with the enemies anymore in World of Tanks. Oh, there's the 430U. His tank saw me, but did he see me as a player? There's the next parachute. Airdrop, I mean. Same thing, really. Where is he? There he is. See what I mean about being much easier to spot when the tanks are just completely red. He knows I'm in this direction somewhere. He must have seen me by now. He's pointing the gun straight at me, but he's not reloaded in time to take a shot. I don't mind doing any damage anyway. But what we do know is that he was shooting at something over there in the sort of direction of that airdrop, so we know whereabouts that WZ is. Smoke has dissipated. Can't see that WZ. Oh, hello. Oh, they're both there. They're fighting it out. Let's put some damage into this WZ. Reload. Taking no hits in the process. It was absolutely risk-free. Oh dear, that 430U is going to die in a moment, unless something spectacular happens. Such as that. That's made it a lot easier for me, because now I only have to take out something with, albeit he's going to gain more health now, yeah, about 400 more health, so it's a lot better than 1,000 more that the WZ had, and that was the last enemy tank, which means I won that battle. 10th or so game I played, that was the only game I won. And unfortunately I can't bring up the battle results screen. I tried to upload it to worldtanksreplays.com, but it didn't work. Didn't expect it to work, of course, it's a Sandbox replay, so never mind. What I can tell you is I believe I actually only got second in terms of the total amount of damage done in that battle. I don't know who got first. I don't know whether it was one of the other two that were still alive there. But anyway, I like this game mode. It's quite fun, and hopefully you enjoyed watching, viewers. And as always, good luck on that battlefield, or with whatever games you're playing. And I'll see you next time.